Former Hollyoaks star and reality television personality Paul Danan died as a result of a misadventure, a coroner has ruled. The 46-year-old actor, who rose to fame in the late 1990s for his role as Sol Patrick on Channel 4's popular soap opera, was discovered lifeless on his sofa with the television still on at his home in Brislington, Bristol, on January 15, 2025. Danan's death was attributed to the effects of a combination of prescription and illegal drugs, including heroin and cocaine. The inquest found that the combination of substances led to fatal respiratory depression. Although he had a known history of drug addiction and mental health struggles, the coroner emphasized that there was no evidence suggesting that Danan intended to end his life, concluding that his death was not a suicide but rather an accidental overdose. Coroner Ms. Rooks stated during the hearing that there was no suicide note and nothing to indicate a deliberate intention to die. She explained, Paul Danan had a long and difficult history with substance abuse and mental health challenges. He had overdosed in May 2024, but he had been clear that the incident was accidental, not a suicide attempt. While he had occasionally experienced suicidal thoughts, there was no indication he had any active plans to take his own life at the time of his passing. She went on to explain that none of the drugs found in Danan's system were present in significantly high quantities on their own, but the mix of substances ultimately proved fatal. His death, she confirmed, was the result of misadventure, a term used to describe a death caused unintentionally while engaging in a risky activity. A heartfelt statement from Danan's mother read during the inquest painted a picture of a man who, despite his personal battles, had positively impacted the lives of many. Paul helped so many people from all walks of life, but just couldn't help himself in the same way, she said. His smiling face and love of life will always be remembered. Paul Danan's partner, Ms. Crooks, shared that she had last seen him in the early hours of January 14 after they had been out together for a few drinks. She left him at his home, but after that, she was unable to reach him. When police later entered his residence, they found no signs of foul play. Danan was pronounced dead by emergency responders at 5:20 p.m. on January 15. At the time of his death, Danan was facing legal troubles. Court records revealed that he was scheduled to appear at Warrington Magistrates Court on January 16 on charges related to drug possession, including cocaine and cannabis. He was also accused of driving under the influence of drugs in an incident that occurred in October 2024 in Warrington, Cheshire. Throughout his career, Danan was open about his struggles with substance abuse. His drug use reportedly began during his teenage years, and he made multiple attempts to overcome his addiction, including spending time in rehab. He once said that maintaining sobriety was something he had to work on daily. Danan's television career started in earnest with Hollyoaks, where he played the troubled Sol Patrick from 1997 to 2001. After leaving the soap, he became widely recognized for his appearances on various reality shows. He participated in Celebrity Love Island in both 2005 and 2006 and later featured in ITV2's Callum, Fran and Dangerous Danan, which followed him and fellow reality stars Frank Cosgrave and Callum Best on a road trip across America. Callum Best, a close friend and co-star, paid an emotional tribute to Danan following his death. In an Instagram post, Best wrote, "Paul was one of the funniest, kindest, and most authentic people I've known. Life wasn't always easy for him, but he faced it with such heart and courage, and that inspired so many of us." Other tributes poured in from across the entertainment industry. EastEnders actor Dean Gaffney posted a message on his Instagram story, describing Danan as having a heart of gold. The sentiment was echoed by fans and colleagues alike, who remembered him not only for his talents but also for his generosity and warmth. In 2017, Danan appeared on Celebrity Big Brother but was evicted early in the season. At the time, he expressed hope that his appearance on the show might revive his acting career. In the years following, Danan explored other creative outlets. He launched a podcast titled The Morning After with Paul Danan that ran from 2019 to 2023. In 2020, he began hosting drama workshops under the same brand, which expanded from online sessions during the pandemic to in-person classes in cities including London, Oxford, and others across the southwest of England. Danan's other television credits included celebrity coach Trip on E4 and appearances on Channel 4's The Kevin Bishop Show. He also discussed his personal journey through addiction and recovery during an appearance on The Jeremy Kyle Show in 2019, sharing candid insights into his challenges and efforts to maintain sobriety. In a previous brush with the law, Danan was fined and referred to a drug support agency in 2010 after pleading guilty to drug and public order offenses at Stevenage Magistrates Court. Despite his struggles, those close to him consistently spoke of a man who had a generous heart and deeply cared for those around him. His agency, Independent Creative Management, released a statement mourning the loss of their client. It is with heavy hearts that we share the tragic news of the passing of Paul Danan at just 46 years old. Known for his television presence, exceptional talent, and unwavering kindness, Paul was a beacon of light to so many. His untimely departure will leave irreplaceable voids in the lives of all who knew him. Paul Danan's passing underscores the ongoing battle many face with addiction and mental health. While his life was filled with achievements and joyous moments shared with friends, fans, and family, it was also marked by personal hardship. Nevertheless, he will be remembered not only for his on-screen charisma but also for the resilience, kindness, and humor that touched many lives. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.